When it comes to choosing the right tripod, the problem is there are so many options out there with a massive wide range in price. Some are really cheap and some are horrendously expensive. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you what I think is the best budget portable travel tripod on the market, the new SmallRig AP-02. And I'm going to start right now. Now, I recently was in the market for buying a new tripod. Now, for me, I need a tripod that's incredibly versatile. As a hybrid shooter, such as myself, I need a tripod that can shoot both photography and video, which is when I came across the new SmallRig AP-02. When I looked at a lot of the features and a lot of the specs, it actually lined up and ticked a lot of the boxes that I look for when buying a new tripod. So in today's video, I'll explain why I think it's one of the best and one of the best budget portable travel tripods on the market. So let's talk about the overall size and weight first. So the minimum height of this tripod comes in at just 53 centimeters. But what's really nice is you can actually take the main stem and flip it upside down and actually hang your camera underneath the tripod if you want to get incredibly low to the ground. I do this shot a few times, especially for landscape photography. You can get a really cool perspective, and I love that this tripod can do that. As well, its maximum height comes in at roughly 160 centimeters if you go ahead and extend the main stem, which again, it's actually really tall. For me, it's roughly eye level when you place the camera on top, and I'm about just under 6 foot tall. So for the versatile of its height, for the minimum size versus its maximum size, it's really impressive. Sure, I know larger tripods and taller tripods, but the problem is they take up more of a footprint in your camera bag. So this is a great, I think, middle ground between being a really small tripod and also a really tall tripod, especially when you think it's only a 4-section and not a 5-section tripod. So this tripod is a 4-section aluminium tripod with an Arca Swiss compatible ball head. You also get a fabric bag in the box, which is really nice if you're carrying this tripod from location to location. Now, pretty much every part of this tripod is made of metal, including all of the adjustable knobs for both the main stem and all of the ball head, as well as the clips to adjust the angle of degree of the tripod. The only real part of the tripod that's made of plastic is the plastic adjustable clips that you've got to adjust the height of the tripod. But apart from that, everything feels incredibly premium and really well made. Its weight is also quite impressive as well, coming in at over a kilogram at 1.15 kilos, which is really impressive, especially when you think this is an aluminium tripod and not a carbon fiber tripod. Now, if I did a carbon fiber one, it would probably be less than a kilogram, which again, if you're hiking around, I do a lot of hiking in the US, I go to a lot of the national parks, having the smallest and lightest tripod is really important for me, but also having a really sturdy and well-made tripod. So the SmallRig one really kind of leapt out at me because of how lightweight it is, especially when you include the ball head. So if you're after a really small and lightweight tripod that's got a very small footprint in your bag, to be honest with you, this is the biggest selling point of the new SmallRig tripod. The payload that this tripod can take is also really impressive with a maximum payload of 8 kilograms. Now, sure, it could be more than that. Most kind of travel tripods are between 10 and 20 kilograms payload, and most cameras will fit well underneath that. Like I shoot on a Canon EOS R5 with a range of standard zoom and prime lenses, so I'm never going to really run it into that issue of maximum payload. But as soon as you get to the larger cameras, let's say you're shooting on a 5D with maybe a Sigma 150 to 600 or something very large, you'll find that the tripod wobbles a little bit more, especially with the ball head. So if you are maybe a wildlife photographer and you want some larger cameras and larger lenses, I'd maybe go for more of a sturdier tripod. But for the most standard, small mirrorless and DSLR cameras out today, this tripod is more than capable of carrying the weight, which again is a really nice feature, especially when you think of how small and lightweight this tripod is. But its biggest selling point for me, I think, is all of the features. Because of SmallRig, I think, is a really clever company. They come up with really innovative little products and accessories. This particular tripod is no exception, really, and it comes with a ton of features just other tripods don't have straight out of the box. So the first feature is those expandable thread holes, and they've got 3 of them. They're 1/4 inch on the side of the tripod. Now, because of SmallRig create a variety of different accessories, you can basically attach them to the side of the tripod, which is really nice. So if you want to attach a field monitor, maybe you want to attach your phone or a microphone or anything like that, you can attach it directly to the side of the tripod, which again, I think it's a really nice and innovative feature that other tripods just don't do. Now you've also got hidden spiked feet on the bottom of this tripod. So if you have a look at the bottom, you've got these little silicone kind of pads on the bottom, but what you can do is take that off and it reveals the hidden spiked feet. So in an indoor situation, you can use those silicone pads, but if you're in an outdoor situation and you really want to make sure that the tripod does not move, maybe if you're on a grass or something like that, you can actually take off those little silicone pads and now you've got spiked feet. Other tripods, you can get like a screw accessory that basically screws in, but you can easily lose them or not bring them on your shoot, where these ones are directly attached to the tripod, which again, just a really clever feature. You've also got 2 bubble spirit levels on the tripod head, one for vertical shooting and one for horizontal shooting. Now, some people love them, some people never use them. I really like them because I find the electronic spirit level inside my camera is not exactly 100%. So to get the exact horizon, which I think is really important because I don't like to crop in on my photos, especially if I'm doing landscape work, having a spirit or bubble level on my tripod is just, again, a really nice feature and it's something you don't have to buy as an extra later on. But I think the tripod's most useful feature is it's Arca Swiss compatible. So the ball head will allow you to use any Arca Swiss plate that you already own, as well as any SmallRig camera cages. I own 4 SmallRig camera cages for all 4 of my cameras, my 2 Canon EOS R5s as well as my Canon EOS Rs, and what it allows me to do is basically take it straight on without any plate attachment, which I think is a really handy feature. So no need for these really annoying plates which you can easily lose on shoot. You can just attach your camera cage directly to your tripod just because it's Arca Swiss compatible. And I love that feature, especially jumping from photography to video. I always leave my cage on there. It's just something that I really like about this tripod. So as you can see, this tripod is incredibly well made, as well as it's got a ton of great features, great for photography and also video. But what are SmallRig asking for all of these great features? Well, surprisingly, they're actually really good value for money, coming in at just £140 at the time of making this review. When you compare it to other tripods like the Manfrotto B3 Advanced, which comes in around £140, but it's nowhere near as small and as lightweight, and it doesn't come with anywhere near as many features. But if we had a look at a tripod with similar features, like for example the Peak Design aluminium travel tripod, then that comes in at 3 times the price. So this particular tripod offers great value for money. Brilliant, and there we go guys. So there is my review of the new SmallRig AP-02 Travel Tripod. Now, if you found this video helpful and informative, make sure to go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Now, if you're more interested in other product reviews, I've got my playlist just here. Or if you're more interested in learning about Lightroom, because I do Lightroom and Photoshop tutorials, I've got my playlist just here. I've been James for Photo Fever, and I'll catch you guys next time.